Years later, a federal judge has ruled Wessinger gets a new court hearing and a new jury to decide if he'll still face the death penalty. Tonight, News 2's Sarah Gray-Barr explains why.
Michael, Davis Hotard, a juror in the original trial, believes even if the case were to be retried, brought in front of a new jury, it would still come to the same conclusion as the original jurors. Nearly 30 years ago, on November 19th, 1995, Todd Wessinger went inside Calendar's restaurant on Perkins Road to rob the store. He had previously worked there as a dishwasher. He shot and killed Stephanie Gazzardo and David Breakwell. Wessinger also injured Eric Armentor and tried to shoot Alvin Ricks, but the gun jammed.
He started pointing the gun at me, and the gun got jammed up, and I started running. It was horrifying, man. All I heard was gunshots. That's all I heard.
Then EBR District Attorney Doug Morrow sought capital punishment in the case.
It is the manner in which the crime occurred, is the intent that was demonstrated by the evidence, makes it clearly a death penalty case.
On June 25th, 1997, the jury handed down the death sentence.
We are pleased with the verdict, and we are very, very pleased with the district attorney's office. Mr. John Singfield is everything we heard he was, and his two detectives were unbelievable.
I'd like to thank the jury for that verdict. It took a lot of courage, and I really appreciate the courage that they shown in returning, I think, the right verdict.
Davis Hotard, a former juror, agrees.
Stephanie Gazzardo and David Breakwell. I remember those names 30 years later because of what happened to them. I mean, I remember those names 30 years later, those two people who murdered.
Hotard called the case cut and dry.
I mean, they were witnesses who survived the shootings. So there's no question of his guilt in pulling the trigger.
Last week, a U.S. District Court judge signed an order sending the case back to the 19th Judicial District for a new death penalty trial. The same judge vacated Wessinger's death penalty ruling in 2022. In the order, the judge concluded Wessinger's original counsel failed to provide effective assistance.
Whether he was abused physically by his parents, whether he was sexually abused, whatever. There are people that have been sexually abused. They don't go and kill 4 people. There's nothing that they could say to me that would convince me that, no, he doesn't deserve the death penalty. From what he did and from what I heard, from knowing what he did, nothing.
Hotard says he remembers listening to the 911 call.
She's begging for her life. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. It's on the tape. And you hear the gunshot. You hear her take her last breaths. It's undeniable what he did.
In a statement, EBR District Attorney Hiller Moore disagreed with the judge's decision, writing in part, "The moral force of the evidence was overwhelming at the trial in this matter. This simply cannot be recreated 30 years after the commission of these crimes." Hotard believes a new jury would deliver the same sentence.
There's no doubt in this case. He was absolutely guilty of this. 2 murders, probably would have been 4 had things gone differently. Had he got his way, there would have been 4 dead people. Why 30 years later?
When we learn of the new trial date, we will have it on our website at WBRZ.com. Michael.